Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth. I am your host, and Ginger Bint Violet Bint Akatosh, the first of my line. And this is what to play next. This is my kingdom. This is Tamriel, where I ruled as queen for some time. I helped Bethesda... Why stack all items? I helped Bethesda launch their Elder Scrolls series, which ultimately funded the company, so it was awesome. They do all sorts of stuff like this where they put lore in it, and we absolutely love that, so we definitely threw into them. Among the ancient ancestral spirits who accompanied Saint Veloth and the Chimer, the promised land of Morrowind, the four Daedra lords, Malkath, Mehrunes Dagon, Malak Val, who went into the most recent chapter, and Shigo, everyone loves Shigra, are known as the Four Corners of the House of Trouble. These Daedra lords rebelled against the Council and the admonition of the tribunal, causing great strife and confusion among the clans and great houses. Malakath, Mehrunes Dragon, Malak Val, and Shigo are holy in that they serve the role of obstacles during the testing. They weren't original gods, but they are gods in their right. So they represent chaos, and they don't necessarily have temples and so on. Throughout time, they have sometimes become associated with local enemies like the Nords, Akbiri, or Mountain Hordes. Malkath, the reanimated dung-nosed Tyanak. Malkath is a weak but vengeful god. The Dark Elves say he is Malak, the god king of orcs. He tests the Dunmer for physical weakness. Malak Val is in Morrowind, Lord of Brutality. Their pronunciation is a little bit counterintuitive for somebody who has a more Gaelic background for their English. He tries to upset the bloodlines, the great houses, and otherwise ruins the Dunmer gene pool. His is very obviously Saxony, whereas mine is Anglo. Otherwise ruins the Dunmer gene pool. Race monsters said to live in Molag Amur, the results of the seduction of Vivek during the previous era. Shigareth is the king of madness. He always tests the Dunmer for mental weakness. In many legends, he's called upon by one of the Dunmer factions against the other. Half these stories he doesn't betray those who called them, further confusing the issue of his place in the scheme of things. Can he help us? Is he not an obstacle? He's often associated with the fear other races have of the Dunmer, especially those who, like the Empire, might prove as useful allies. Mehrunes Dagon is god of destruction. He is associated with natural dangers like fire, earthquakes, and floods. To some, he represents the inhospitable land of Morrowind. He tests the Dunmer will to survive and persevere. The worship of these four malevolent spirits is against the law and practice of the temple. However, the Four Corners seldom fail to discover those greedy, reckless, or mad enough to serve them. By ancient temple law and custom, and also by imperial law, the lives of which the Morlocks are forfeit. Imperial garrisons join ordinators and buoyant armigers the temple to track down and destroy these wild covens and wilderness refuges and ancient ruins where they conceal their profane worship. So everyone did eventually adopt some form of worship for the Nines. They have their original spirits and gods as well. So that was an interesting spin-off there. Right now, we are helping the Dominion fight the Blackstaff, who have a animated army ruled by Gleamer, with more dwarven. There was an uprising, and pilgrims out their father was killed. It's very common. He was taken prisoner. Apparently there are a lot of factions, so this is really, it's kind of a normal thing here. We're kind of helping fight off the last one. We took both sides prisoner. They're kind of willing to go to court and to just have it out and have the fight that way. They really do believe in their cause. They think that it'll win. I am a... Okay, so we got there. So here's Foreigner. We can head to the...
Maroth wants to speak with you. I've opened a portal. Step through whenever you're ready.
Complete the quest and kind of continue on our way. Head down to the village and help them beat out the invasion of demon kind, basically Spriggans and so on. So a little bit in the way of warping creatures, not as much as you see
Stop bickering.
Eastern Bloc. A lot more in the way of magic. So that's just kind of the British Isles. That's how they went. And lore that's not based on there, but that you can see similarities to. You'll see a lot more in the way of Dwemer, where you have animate and enchantment and so on.
The Black Sap are leaderless, and their attack was blunted thanks to your quick work. Cormount will heal in time.
Cool! What will happen to Gelthior and his sons?
We'll keep them here until the king says otherwise. Better they're thought missing than known to be alive or dead. The Black Sap leadership won't know what to do.
Sounds way harsh, man. They're traitors. It's what they deserve.
Agreed. They're traitors. And traitors deserve no sympathy. They'd spend the rest of their days in this hole if I had any say.
My goodness, we have an opinion.
Here, a little present. I can't make you a Vine Dust Ranger, but I can give you something to show you're an honorary member. They represent the King's trust, knowing we uphold the Green Pact, despite our exemption from it. You've more than earned it.
Cool. So you complete out the quest. Oh, bloody hell. I have to junk something out my inventory. Hold on. Destroy these. The same as you would in your traditional Elf quest.
Gelthior and his sons rose against the rock. Here, a little present.
World of Warcraft, that sort of thing. So we did close out this portion of it. You can, talk to the defeated enemies.
If I'm to spend the rest of my days in this hole, I think I'll develop a drinking problem.
Aw. It's kind of tragic and understandable all at the same time. We already talked to Maroth. So you can go around and get a little bit more flavor. You can just bounce and head to the next quest, which is generally what I do. Draconic power increased. So we will, like I said, we'll head on down to the village and get to the next one. But this is the coolest. So if you are jonesing for Skyrim and you miss, the constant updates that you're used to from smaller games, from games with a little bit less scope. Treethane, Rollo, Toxic, Gather White Wine. Let's do Gather White Wine. I'm not entirely sure what that is. We'll actually go off course here. I had picked up a quest before I started, or well, in the middle of capturing the first one. So we'll go ahead and do that. But anyway, so you can play along. You can get your Elder Scrolls fixed. They constantly update every 6 months or so. Sometimes as long as a year, but every 6 months or so. We had a Dragons update. They brought in Necromancy, which was forbidden. Eurexia had a little bit more oomph then, and so on. So I'm Anjindra. This is what to play next. Everything is awesome in gaming. You can go to... Oh, I'm not going to elsewhere. Get that. You can go to Gamer Grind and get what's area above. There we go. This will be the right way to go. I need my compass or I get totally lost. It really just is that large of a world. Get coffee shipped to your door. We did partner with Gamer Grind. They're an awesome company, so that's a lot of fun. You can get your gamer logo on there. You can just support the channel. By searching for what to play next through YouTube's search function, it'll take you right to it. Or you can link somebody. We always appreciate the extra press and so on because we do enjoy this sort of thing. I will eventually get over to streaming, but it's not something that's going to happen until I develop my actual career a little bit further. I did decide to go ahead with it, and Sasha's being very supportive, so that is happening. So like I said, this is really awesome. We love having you guys along for the ride. Liking and subscribing, totally free. Make this chick smile, and we'll see you in the next video. Much love.